Hey, what's up everybody? It's 2 Libertarian here, and check out my 2026 EDC setup, and yeah, let's get into it. But before we get into the video, I want to thank you guys for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Also, if you're not following me on IG, go ahead and follow me there at 2A Libertarian. I'm kind of in the middle of actually changing the name of the channel and the Instagram. Not sure yet, just kind of floating the idea around, but you know, I want to bring you guys up to date. I know I don't post much, but this is kind of what I've been up to, or what I carry for 2026, and part of what I use in the fall and winter. So as you guys can see, the base of this setup is going to be a Core Essentials belt, right? This is a belt that I've been using for the past 5 years. I've never swapped belts. I used to run like a cheap Walmart leather belt, and once I got hooked on the Core belts, this thing never came off. So go ahead and get you one of these if you're just new to EDC, or if you just want to try something out. Definitely head over to Core and get you one of these. Core Essentials has pretty good deals on belts. We're going to work ourselves from the left to the right so we can get to the spicy stuff last. But as you guys can see, at the top left, we have a pair of Ray-Ban Metas. These are going to be the Gen 2s. And I actually started using these back in early December. And let's pull them out of the case. As you guys can see, they are wrapped in carbon fiber to match my setup that I have here. And this wrap actually come off of Amazon. I believe it was like $14 or $15. It has the matching dot for the light cover. And I know you guys are a little bit iffy on the light covers, but for me, it just works well because it flows with the glasses, the wrap on the glasses. And with the dot cover, I used to not even cover it, but if you're recording at night and you just want to do some walk around stuff, it kind of just blends in. It doesn't draw attention to what you're wearing, and it's a little bit safer to do. But just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an idea of what those look like. For the watch, it's a simple 8 series cellular, nothing crazy. For the wallet, it has an RFID blocking wallet. This is in carbon fiber. I believe I got this for like, I believe $18 on Amazon, $18 to $22, something like that. Nothing expensive. It does have a money clip on the back. Yeah, pretty cool wallet. It holds up to, I believe, 8 credit and debit cards. You know, but it's a good thing to have, especially with the RFID blocking technology. For my phone, nothing crazy. Just a iPhone 14 Pro Max. It does have the privacy cover for the camera. I always put these on my phones. I mean, it's just a habit. I know some people aren't, you know, thinking about those things, but for me, it's always something to have. I mean, it's only like $9, so you know, better safe to be sorry sometimes. Just put that on there. You never know. But also for my light, you guys can see this is a through night. This is going to be the Archer Mini. Nothing crazy. It does its job. It's not expensive. I believe it was like $14, and the price fluctuates on these things. You can actually get this thing right here for like $11.99, I believe, on some days on Amazon. But it does have low. Let's go ahead and turn it on. I was on lockout mode. Low, high, strobe, and then it has a lockout feature. So if you want to put this thing in your pocket, you know, and you don't want want it to just bump around while it's in your pocket, it does have a lockout mode, so you guys can see. Hit the button, it turns off, so it doesn't run your battery down. It does have a lot of hours of use. I'm not sure what's the runtime on this thing, but this thing is pretty solid. It does have a Type-C rechargeable battery there, and I've been using it for a few months. Nothing crazy. And yeah, for my knife, I do have a Kershaw this is going to be a knife I've been using for the past 5 years. Nothing, special. I believe it was like 30 bucks at Shields. And all I use it really for is to open packages, serrated edges for like cutting little branches or maybe, some rope or something. Nothing too crazy, but simple knife. Part of your EDC, you should always have one. I was always told a man should always carry a knife. If you're not carrying a knife, you're not a man, you're still a boy. And a knife is always supposed to be part of your everyday essentials. Even if you don't have a firearm, a basic knife will, get you out of some sticky situations if you know how to use it. And let's go to the non-lethal. For this, it's going to be palm pepper spray. It's going to be the highest capsaicinoids I believe you can get for civilian use, and black stripe. But I believe I paid $13.99 for this, and this is like, I think I have like 3 of these laying around the house. One for my girlfriend, one for me, and just an extra just in case one gets lost. And we're gonna go ahead and bring this over here into view. And you guys can see this is gonna be an Insane Kydex Creations holster. This is gonna be their Flextron holster. This particular setup is what I use for fall and wintertime carry. But I want to let you guys know this firearm is clear and unloaded before we get into the video, because I know some of you guys are like range safety officers on social media. He didn't clear his firearm. It's clear. There's nothing in the magazine. There's nothing in the chamber. No one in the room. There's no ammo on the table. Just me and my EDC, you guys. So let's go ahead and pull this out. I'm going to set this to the side. You guys can see it does have the carbon fiber purple and black camo, and on the inside it has the skulls. And under black light, these skulls absolutely fucking pop, and you can't go wrong with that setup. It does have a wedge that I installed on the back, and this wedge actually comes in pretty handy when you're like bending over or sitting in a vehicle. You don't want this thing just driving right into your pelvis. It's pretty painful on any holster if you have just a little bit of fluff. I'm not saying I have a lot of fluff, but just a little. You don't want this thing just driving right into your pelvis. So yeah, and I'm gonna bring this other one into view because this one needs its spotlight as well. This holster right here is going to be my spring and summertime setup. And you guys can see there's no attachments or anything. It's just a holster. And this is also from Insane Kydex Creations to match my firearm. Has the skulls. I don't know. I just love these setups right here from Insane Kydex. Pretty cool guys over out in Florida. And yeah, let's sit that right there. And let's bring the main character into the project here. This is going to be a SIG P365 X macro build. It originally started its life as a P365 XL. And I remember when I purchased this firearm, it was like $350 or $360 with tax. It was almost $400. And I was like, this little thing, it's cool and all, but it's just a little bit too small for me because I come from a Glock 19X setup. So I was like, Glock 19X is a little bit thicker around the slide and the frame. I was like, no, I need something a little bit more slimmer, but the same capacity or even better. And this is what I actually landed on building. And shout out to FDES Works. They actually sent out this barrel and slide for the build, and you guys can see it is ported and comped. You can see, I don't know if you guys can see the 3 ports there with the compensator on the end. It is in rose gold or copper color to match my holster, and this is a phenomenal setup that I have here. The name of this firearm, if you guys are, wondering, because I know you guys are, if you follow the channel, I name my firearms. This one is called Dirty Diana. And the reason for that is because, of course, Michael Jackson is one of my favorite artists. But the reason why it's really called Dirty Diana, because when you fire this thing, you shoot it, it gets a little dirty around the ports and the compensator. And so I said, you know what, let's name it Dirty Diana, right? And if you do know, you follow the channel, one of my other guns is named Axl Rose. And so this is one of my setups. I did purchase the Tyrant CNC takedown lever and the slide release. I'm still thinking about if I want to get the matching mag release. Currently I'm running a Strike Industries mag release that I had laying around, and it's okay, nothing wrong with it. I have a Streamlight TLR 7A, getting my words twisted up here. And of course this thing has the constant on, momentary, and of course strobe. And this actually is the light that come off of my Canik TP9 Elite SC. It was on my 19X. This thing has been through it and has never failed. I mean, on the light alone, I have thousands and thousands of rounds on just the light. This thing has been a little abused. You probably can see it. It has a little bit of damage, not too much, but I'm not beating my firearms to hell. I'm not running them over and all that stuff. So for the optic, I do have one of the worst optics in some people's opinions, but it works for me. And this is gonna be the Romeo Elite, or Romeo Zero Elite. So it does have the circle dot. And the reason why I'm still running this dot is because it has never failed. The only issue I have is that you have to take it off to change the battery, but outside of that, once it's set, you really don't have to zero it. You don't have to really fumble around with it. So this is one of my favorite setups that I've built over the past year. With the grip module, this is gonna be an Icarus Precision polymer. This is gonna be the air polymer for the X Macro. And this thing holds 17 rounds, of course, but you can also add the 21 rounder. And look how beautiful, just look at that. Fucking sexy, you guys. So yeah, this is my my EDC, has the ambidextrous thumb ledges. You can get a good purchase on this firearm. If you want to just, if you have a little bit of trigger discipline, you can always rest that pointer there. And yeah, this is gonna be my EDC setup for 2026. Before I end the video, I do wanna say this is my favorite drink right now, Dirty Mountain Dew. And you guys stay blessed. Take care of your family, put God first. I'm gonna leave you guys with a little bit of Christian clothing here. Shout out to my guys over at Art of Homage Clothing. I actually know the owner, pretty cool guy. I actually seen him start this company from the ground up. But yeah, just want to thank you guys for being supporters of the channel. Once again, this is 2A Libertarian. You guys have a blessed day. All right, bye.